Hey, listeners, are you ready to take control of your car buying experience and make smart financial decisions? Introducing the Ultimate Auto Finance Guide, your go-to resource for navigating the complex world of auto finance. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to refinance, this guide has all the tips, tricks, and insider knowledge you need to secure the best deal. Don't miss out on this opportunity to empower yourself and drive away with confidence. Head over to www.ultimateautofinanceguide.com now and grab your digital copy. Trust me, it's the smartest investment you'll make before buying your next car. Welcome back to Drive to Success Mastering Auto Finance, the podcast where we help you navigate the road to smarter car ownership, better financing, and safer driving. I'm your host, John Lewis, and today we're diving into a topic that could literally save your life: the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, also known as NHTSA. If you've never heard of NHTSA before, or you don't know what it does, stick with me. This episode could be the most important one you listen to all year. But first, let me share a sobering statistic. In 2024 alone, over 27.7 million vehicles were subject to safety recalls in the United States. That's roughly 1 in every 5 cars on the road. Yet studies show that only about 75% of recalled vehicles actually get repaired. That means millions of potentially dangerous vehicles are still being driven every single day. Let's start with a comprehensive picture of what NHTSA really does. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration was established in 1970 under the Highway Safety Act. It's a government agency under the U.S. Department of Transportation with a mission that's simple but powerful: save lives, prevent injuries, and reduce road traffic crashes. But NHTSA's reach goes far beyond what most people realize. They operate with an annual budget of over $1 billion and employ thousands of engineers, investigators, and safety experts. NHTSA has 5 core responsibilities. Number 1, Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards, FMVSS. They establish and enforce over 75 different safety standards. They cover everything from crash protection to lighting systems. Every vehicle sold in the U.S. must meet these standards. Number 2, Crash Testing and Research. They conduct the famous 5-star safety rating program. They perform frontal, side, and rollover crash tests. They research emerging safety technologies like autonomous emergency braking. Number 3, Fuel Economy Standards. They set corporate average fuel economy standards, or CAFE for short. These regulations push automakers to improve fuel efficiency. Current standards require fleet averages of 40.5 miles per gallon by 2026. Number 4, Public Safety Campaigns. Click it or ticket seatbelt campaigns. Drive sober or get pulled over, drunk driving prevention, and distracted driving awareness programs. And number 5, defect investigation and recalls. This is what we're focusing on today, but it's worth noting they investigate thousands of potential defects annually. They have the power to force manufacturers to issue recalls. They oversee the entire recall process from start to finish. Let's talk about some eye-opening statistics that every driver should know. The NHTSA reports that just over 27.7 million vehicles were recalled in 2024. This was down from 33.6 million in 2023 and 29 million in 2022. Here are 5 most common recall categories. Number 1, electrical systems, which accounts for 25% of all recalls. Number 2, engine and powertrain, which is 22% of the recalls. Number 3, airbags and restraint systems, which is 15% of the recalls. Number 4, braking systems, which equates to 12% of the recalls. And number 5, steering components, which is 10% of the recalls. Now, I'm going to give you a severity breakdown. About 15% of recalls are classified as potentially fatal, 35% invoke risk of injury, and 50% are precautionary or compliance related. Here's what really gets my attention. The average recall affects about 500,000 vehicles, but some massive recalls have affected tens of millions. The Takata airbag recall, for instance, ultimately affected over 67 million vehicles in the US alone. Here are some real world recall examples. From 2013 to 2019, the Takata airbag crisis. It affected every major automaker. Airbags exploded and sent metal fragments into the cabin. It was linked to 27 deaths and 400 plus injuries in the US, and it cost the industry over $25 billion in recalls and legal settlements. From 2009 to 2011, you had the Toyota unintended acceleration crisis. 9 million vehicles were recalled globally because of issues with floor mats and accelerator pedals, and it led to over $3 billion in fines and settlements, and it fundamentally changed how NHTSA investigated defects. And in 2014, you had the GM ignition switch defect. 2.6 million vehicles were initially affected, and it expanded to 30 million vehicles. Switches could turn off while driving, disabling airbags, and it was linked to 124 deaths, and it led to criminal charges against the company. Well, I do have some good news. The NHTSA has developed several incredible user-friendly tools to help consumers stay informed, and I'm going to break down all three. Number 1, the VIN lookup tool. This is your primary weapon against driving with unrepaired recalls. Here's precisely how to use it. First, locate your VIN, your vehicle identification number. It's on the dashboard of the driver's side and visible through the windshield. Also, look for it on the driver's side door frame sticker. Also, check your registration documents, your insurance card, and your vehicle title. Once you do that, enter the 17-character VIN at nhtsa.gov/recalls. 3, review the results, which will show open recalls, and then off in parentheses, you'll see need immediate attention. Completed recalls, and then you'll also see in parentheses already fixed. And in future recalls, you'll see in parentheses if any are announced while you're checking. Number 4, for each open recall, you'll see NHTSA campaign number, the manufacturer's recall number, a description of the defect, potential consequences, remedy information, and the manufacturer's contact information. The second tool is the recall alert sign up. This is the set it and forget it approach. Sign up with your VIN and email. Get notified automatically of future recalls. Receive reminders about unrepaired recalls. No cost, no spam. And the last tool is the SaferCar mobile app. NHTSA's mobile app offers VIN scanning using your phone's camera, push notifications for recalls, the ability to save multiple vehicles, access to safety ratings and reviews, and last, complaint filing capability. Here are some pro-level strategies most people don't know about. Multi-vehicle management. If you have multiple vehicles or manage a fleet, create a spreadsheet for your vehicle details, year, make, model, and VIN. Last recall check date, open recall status, and repair completion dates. Here's a used car purchase protocol. Before buying any used vehicle, run the VIN through the NHTSA system. Check if previous recalls were completed. Factor unrepaired recalls into price negotiations. Some recalls can cost thousands if you have to pay out of pocket. Understanding recall classifications. Safety-related recalls must be repaired for free, even out of warranty. No time limit on the manufacturer's obligation, and it should be prioritized immediately. Emissions/compliance recalls related to EPA or DOT regulations. It may affect the vehicle's registration renewal, often less urgent but still important. Service bulletins, not recalls. Manufacturer recommendations usually cost money unless covered by warranty, not legally required, but may prevent future problems. And last, dealing with recall delays. Sometimes manufacturers can't fix recalls immediately due to part shortages, developing repair procedures, and overwhelming recall volume. So here are your options. Interim remedies, temporary fixes, loaner vehicles for severe safety issues, reimbursement if you paid for repairs before the recall was announced, buyback programs, rare but possible for unfixable defects. Now let's tie this directly into auto finance because recalls have significant financial implications. The immediate effects on the impact of vehicle values are as follows. Unrepaired recalls can reduce trade-in value by 5 to 15%. Some dealers won't accept trade-ins with open safety recalls. Private party sales become more difficult. Insurance companies may adjust coverage. Here's the long-term considerations. Vehicles with recall history may depreciate faster. Some recalls create lasting stigma like the Takata airbags. Repair records can actually increase by showing responsible ownership. Now let's get into the financing and leasing implications. For current loans, lenders want their collateral, your car, to maintain value. Major unrepaired recalls could technically trigger loan provisions. Some lenders now check recall status during routine reviews. For lease returns, open recalls can result in charges at lease end. Some manufacturers require recall completion before return. Recalls may complicate early lease termination. For new purchases, dealers must disclose open recalls on used vehicles. New cars occasionally arrive with recalls already announced. Financing rates may be affected by recall history on trade-ins. Now, here are the insurance considerations. Claim processing. Unrepaired recalls can complicate accident claims. Some insurers now check recall status during claims investigations. Liability issues if recall-related defect contributes to an accident. And here are the premium effects. Most insurers don't adjust rates for recalls. However, some usage-based insurance programs consider safety features. Commercial fleet policies may have recall-related provisions. So here's a comprehensive action plan for your recall management strategy. Your immediate actions to do today. Check all your vehicles at nhtsa.gov/recalls. Schedule repairs for any open recalls. Sign up for email alerts for future notifications. Download the SaferCar app to your phone. Now here's some quarterly actions. Recheck all VINs. New recalls are announced constantly. Review your repair records to ensure completion was reported. Update your vehicle information if you buy or sell cars. Here's some annual actions to take. First, have a comprehensive vehicle safety review, including recalls, maintenance, and inspections. 2, insurance policy review. consider any safety improvements. 3, financial planning for potential recall-related expenses or value impacts. Now, here's some actions to take before any major transaction. 1, pre-purchase inspections always include recall checks. 2, trade-in preparations should address all open recalls. And 3, lease-in planning must account for recall requirements. Here's the bigger picture and why this matters. Vehicle recalls aren't just about individual safety. They're about systematic improvements to automotive safety. Every recall teaches the industry several valuable lessons. Number 1, technological process. Recalls drive innovation in safety systems. Manufacturers invest billions in defect prevention. New testing methods emerge from recall investigations. Number 2, regulatory evolution. NHTSA's authority has expanded over time. International cooperation on safety standards and faster identification and response to safety issues. And last but not least, and probably the most important, or definitely the most important, consumer empowerment. Better access to safety information, stronger legal protections for consumers, and an increased manufacturer accountability. Here's your expanded homework assignment. This week, visit nhtsa.gov/recalls. Check every vehicle you own, lease, or are considering buying. Schedule any needed recall repairs immediately. Sign up for email alerts. Download the SaferCar mobile app. This month, create a vehicle recall tracking system. Review your insurance coverage in light of safety features. Share this information with family members. If you're in auto finance, incorporate recall checking into your customer service. And here's something ongoing. Make recall checking part of routine vehicle maintenance. Stay informed about automotive safety trends. Be an advocate for vehicle safety in your community. Remember, recalls are not a sign of poor quality. They're a sign that the safety system is working. Manufacturers are legally required to fix these issues at no cost to you. Taking advantage of these free repairs is one of the most smartest financial and safety decisions you can make. That's it for today's expanded episode of Drive to Success Mastered Auto Finance. If you find this information valuable, share it with a friend or family member, especially someone who drives an older car or works in the automotive industry. Knowledge saves lives and protects investments. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your feedback fuels this show and helps us reach more people who need this information. Until next time, drive safe, stay informed, and keep driving towards success.
Rolling down the avenue to a jazzy beat, following that rhythm, life's a one-way street. Chasing dreams with passion, every mile's a goal. In the world of finance, stories to be told. Catching the horizon with a soulful groove. Navigating numbers, got nothing to lose. Every calculation, every deal we sway. In the realm of autos, we find our way. Drive to success, we're mastering the art. Through the lanes of finance, we set apart. Jazz and soul, where the numbers align. Make your journey smooth with wisdom divine. Hit the keys of knowledge, let the insight play. From leases to purchases, every savvy way. Revving up those engines, zeros turn to ones. In the studio of life like morning sun. Feel the soul, embrace the jazz. razzmatazz, financial gears shifting smooth and slick. In the podcast lane, we find the tricks. Cruising through the jargon, ain't no mystery. Unlocking all the secrets in auto history. Low ones and rates, they glisten like the stars. Drive the distance, no matter how far.
Thanks for sticking around until the end. Before we go, if you're in the market for a new or used car or even thinking about it, you must check out Drive to Success, the Ultimate Auto Finance Guide. It's packed with strategies to help you navigate the tricky world of auto financing, avoid costly mistakes, and get the best deal possible. Head over to Amazon and grab your copy today. Just search for Drive to Success, the Ultimate Auto Finance Guide, or use the link in our show notes. Take control of your car buying experience and drive away with confidence.